Hey guys, it's me again. Whew. I just got back from a 10-minute cry. I was listening to the last David Bowie album and I thought that I had sort of come to terms and reconciled my feelings about David Bowie passing, but turns out I hadn't. So if any of you guys out there are still struggling with the loss of David Bowie, you are not alone. It's okay. But today I actually wanted to do my first review of a tarot deck. I'm not a big tarot deck collector, but if something catches my eye, I'm definitely going to see if I can get my hands on it. And if you go on Etsy, which I would suggest, there are some brilliant artists, independent artists who make gorgeous tarot decks. So if you're in the market for tarot decks or art in general, Etsy I think is the place to be. There's just so much online window shopping. It never ends. Never ends. Without further ado, I'm going to show you the tarot deck that I got, which is the Efflorescent Tarot Deck. The artist's name is Peony Coin Archer. Peony as in the flower, coin archer. It's gorgeous. So here is the box that the tarot deck comes in. It was a little banged up on the way here. There's a little mark there. I don't know if you can see it. Not a big deal. The box is really nice for keeping the tarot deck in. I'm definitely going to keep it. It's a little flimsy, but it's not a big problem, obviously. The cards themselves are pretty wide, so the box is fairly big. I don't know if you can tell. But here's the foreword from the illustrator. All my best from Peony Coin Archer. Very lovely. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what the cards actually look like. I think you're really going to love them. And also, by the way, the mandala that is on the back of the box itself is on the back of every card. So I think that that is really beautiful and incredibly intricate. It's like a mandala. So there's the moon and the sun and some flowers and tons of detail. So I think that adds a really beautiful touch. Not every tarot deck has, gorgeous illustrations on the back of their cards. So I think it'd be fun for readings, if you would agree. So just kick things off, here's the Empress. The cards that I'm going to show are in no particular order. I've kind of already started shuffling them. So we're going to have some pip cards with some major arcana, and yeah. What I love about these illustrations is that they're kind of like a morose story. They're like morose storybook illustrations, almost kind of like Lemony Snicket. Even the pip cards have so much detail in the background, and there's a lot going on. It's kind of busy, and all the characters are kind of sad, which, I don't know, I think is, adds a lot of personality to the deck, and I think will add a lot of personality to the readings, depending on what you're doing, and depending on aesthetically what you're attracted to, but I really like the illustrations a lot. This comes in color as well, the deck, but I preferred to get it in black and white because I just thought they were so more moody and interesting. So there's the Empress. Here we have the Two of Cups. Again, all the pip cards have a ton of personality and a lot of attention to detail going on. You could really sit and meditate with each line of each drawing. It's just endlessly fascinating, I think. Here we have the Moon. It's awesome. We have the wolf down here. We have a lobster. Here we have the Seven of Cups, representing all the choices that we have to make in our lifetime. And how will we make those choices? Especially when it comes to all these beautiful tarot decks that are available on Etsy, am I right? Here we have the Devil. This is definitely one of my favorite cards. I love how there's all of this matter, and it looks like some skulls and some masks entwined in the coat of this goat. this horned beast. And then we have the pentacle at the top and some flies. So, and some candles. I mean, it's just so badass, I think. Really, really cool card. Definitely one of my favorites. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. Another one of my favorite cards. I love, again, it looks like something that is begged to be drawn and put into a storybook. I love the perspective. You can see there's an entryway with the flora here, and then in the background there's a pebbly beach and there's a walkway. It's just beautiful. We have the Magician, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands. Here we have the Eight of Cups. I love that card as well. Here we have the Sun, Ten of Swords, and Judgment. And the last card I think I'm going to show you just to, complete the showing of the theme of this deck is the Tower. And this is, I think, probably my favorite card. Because, again, it's very busy. There's a lot going on. But it really walks that line of minimalism and maximalism at the same time. There's so little going on and so much going on at the exact same time, and I think that it's kind of a trip. So if you're really into artistic imagery and that sort of thing, I think you're really going to love this deck. Some people prefer to work with decks that are more minimalist and decks that are more that just show the overt symbolism of each of the pip cards especially. But this deck, if you're into stuff that's a bit more illustrious and that's a bit more busy, I think that you're going to like this deck. And you have the option of black and white or in color. So yeah, check it out, guys. I think you're going to like it. In regards to this deck, the last thing that I kind of wanted to make a note of was the fact that if you're kind of a bit uptight about cardstock, I'm not sure if you're going to really appreciate this deck. It is a bit thin, and to add insult to injury, if you have small hands, this is already going to be a difficult deck to shuffle. It's quite wide, and you have to have quite a good grip on it when you're shuffling. So the first few times I even shuffled the deck, I ended up damaging a few cards. I am a rough shuffler, so if that accounts for anything, then it does. But yeah, the cardstock I don't think is very durable, but if you're not picky about those things and you take care of your cards, then it shouldn't be a problem. And I don't know if I'm going to use this on clients or friends or anyone else because I just don't want to damage the cards. I want to get some good amount of use out of them, so I think I'm going to save them for personal occasions and things like that. So yeah. Thanks for watching the review, guys. If you're interested in buying the Efflorescent Tarot Deck, I'll link the Etsy shop under the description, so you can check it out.